And they pay a little bit above minimum wage for that position.
Thankfully, they pay enough that I could get an apartment and rent one for the year, for sure.
See, I think people don't understand, and people should kind of understand, is like to get to certain places, most people sacrifice, right? So like what they didn't realize is you did medical school, you go into debt, right?
Oh, yes.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Still paying my student loans.
But then when you're a resident, you do get paid, correct?
You do. You get paid a salary. I mean, if you divide it up based on the hours that you're there, it's not a great salary, but you do get paid, and you need to, because you have to live and eat and drive to work and all the things, you know, so absolutely.
And back then, call was how many hours?
So yes, our hours were different. They were changing, you know, in the beginning of my chief year, they started changing hours, shortening call and shortening shifts. But when we would do overnight call, we were there about 30 hours. And usually that was every third night in the ICU, for example. And when we would do night shift, it was 12 to 14 hours. And that was, you know, for a couple weeks at a time, and then a couple days off and a couple weeks at a time, like that.
Do you think the 30-hour shift was a positive or a negative thing? Because 30 hours is a lot of time to be on. There's not another job I can think of, not even fishing in the...
Maybe firefighters take long shifts too.
Yeah, but... Okay.
But I think it was very good for learning, because sometimes it's in those off hours after everybody else with a normal, you know, 9-to-5 style work schedule has gone home, that there's an issue with the patient, or that you need that critical thinking and your attending or senior resident is not around. So it really forces you to learn while you're working. So I think that's helpful. I also think that it gave the residents of my generation and the people before us a level of discipline and work ethic. And I'm not going to say that younger people don't have that, but I know that we felt strongly like, no, we're going to work and we're not leaving till it's done. And whenever that is, it is. So I think it was really helpful for that.